Anyway, so yeah, good to be back in Dedham, despite law enforcement Nazis being so concerned today for some reason about somebody being parked somewhere. I barely got here, and he's pointing out that it's a 2-hour limit on the sign. And now he's going down to, I'm right next to the buffer zone, right next to where um, the usual folks hang out, just outside the First Amendment zone sign. And there's a very interesting interview that I did with a few of the folks because I was curious what they felt about the new First Amendment zone and the new incarnation. So we talked with some of our usual friends, Scott, Dina, and then they have their own thoughts. And you'll see it's uploading now. And by the time we get through the lunch hour, I'm sure it'll be available. But Scott was showing some of the signage that had been approved versus some of the signage that had not been approved. It is ridiculous. You have to go to, Hardman and say, "Sir, can I please? May I have some more, sir? Can I put this sign up that says this?" Well, yeah, that one's okay. Well, how about a sign? No, that one's no good. And the ones that are no good say Karen Reed. The others can say, the Commonwealth sucks. That's actually okay. Can't say anything about the judge. Can't say anything about D.A. Morrissey. Can't say anything about any of the participants, pro or con. So that is based on the ruling that came down last week after Mark Randazzo did an amazing job there. I was with him I always say with him like I was a co-counsel. I was in the gallery as one of the affected parties from our case, which, by the way, as of yesterday, was just declared moot, or at least attempted to be declared moot. I'm not sure we're going to have a response to that or not. But because of the ruling that suggested now the First Amendment zone is all fixed, it's all perfect now. The court's saying that, yeah, obviously certain things can be done, certain things can't be done, and actually shifting the burden from the supporters or humans to the cops. The cops have to articulate why there is a violation of the First Amendment zone. That's been the shift. That's the supposed fix, right? So because of that, there's been an action to find the other cases moot. We'll keep you posted on how that plays out or not. And that includes, Mr. Delgado, who had the sticker ripped off of his shirt. I don't care what you've done to fix things. That happened. That's an assault and battery. So you can't just, brush that away. So we'll keep you posted on that. No, there, Dina, what's happening?
What's going on, my friend?
It's the usual craziness.
The craziness
I'm
of
just
this.
trying to hide from the sun. That's all I'm doing.
I know it's really warm down here, but that's all right. Spanky's over there went to the bagel shop as usual.
Yeah,
I brought
go
my
down there.
harmonica to play for him.
Oh.
I played for him this morning when he came in.
And what did you play?
Pop Goes the Weasel.
Any reaction?
Oh my God. I just think Alessi is just so amazing. Like, you got to remember when all that happened, when he got fired up, they didn't expect that to happen. And it just flowed out of his mouth. Like, he's just so brilliant and amazing to watch. I mean, the team's just amazing. And Dr. Russell is what an amazing woman to show the world of how strong she is. She ain't taking any of Brennan's shit.
She's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And that to me is the big difference between, and look how tall Dina is. She's giant, and I'm way down here. Actually, I'm in a chair. Right. Because I'm trying again. Oh, there. Thank you. I'm trying to hide from the sun. I had a lot of sun over in Portugal. So what I find different between what she's doing and what others might do, if they're experts, like professional experts, is they waffle. And she's very honest. If it's something that she can't attest to, she'll just tell you. And that comes through to the jury. There's no doubt.
Oh, there's no doubt. And that's a younger jury in there, too. Have you been in yet?
No. Sadly, no.
It's a younger jury. I want to say maybe 3 are like 55 and above. 2 are probably like 65. A lot of them are younger. The youngest one's got to be about 18, 19, like the young one.
So the real question is going to be who's calling the shots, who's a leader and who's a follower.
I don't know who the leader is, but usually the leader's in the very first seat, but that's the kid that they moved. So, and he's probably in his 30s. There's probably 2 people that sort of look Spanish. There's 3 African Americans on there, 2 men, 1 woman. There's one guy that looks really Irish. He's older. But they all were paying attention when I was in there, other than one person. And it's not that he wasn't paying attention. It was that day that they were doing all the numbers and the clicks and the data and the bytes, megabytes, whatever. And it was hard even for me to stay awake. So you sort of doze off. But pretty much the jury is totally paying attention.
Well, here's one thing that comes to my mind as I'm listening to Mr. Brennan go on and on and on about you said once that the now I'm sounding like Kennedy. You said that the dog, it could be a bite, it could be a scratch, and now you're saying all that does to me, and I think to most jurors, is reinforce blah 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 dog bite, blah 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 dog bite, blah 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 dog scratch, blah blah. I think when they sense how much he is fighting to keep this information out or to somehow cut it off at the knees, they say, "Wow, this is pretty important stuff. I wonder why it's so important." And then also the other thought I have is it's like Brennan is saying, these jury members have to be idiots. They have to be so stupid
There goes Hanky now.
that they think,
Wanna play my harmonica?
"How you doing, Mr. Brennan?" He's got his bicycle cop export.
Yep.
Escort or export.
I love sign bombing Michael and Linda's channel.
Yes. We know that is Scott. So the other thought I have is that he's insulting these jurors by basically saying, you are so stupid, you are so ignorant, your IQ is so low, perhaps single digit, that you think all of those injuries we've been dwelling on for so long were caused by somehow a tail light, even if cracked, even if broken. You can't, as they say, check your common sense at the door. And I don't think anybody with any shred of common sense believes what they suggest, what the Commodore suggests could have been done by the taillight, even assuming there was contact between that taillight and John O'Keefe's arm.
There is no way John got hit by the car. And, we know about Archer. Of course, the jury doesn't at this point. But, anybody that has a common sense, you don't need a degree in law to figure out, one, whether you believe Karen's guilty or not. There's reasonable doubt. There is no question about that whatsoever. I 100% believe she's innocent because I looked at everything. But, they're really paying attention, this jury. And Karen's definitely going to be found not guilty. And Hank Brennan can fight all he wants. He's making the world hate him. It's bad enough he's got the title of Whitey Bulger's lawyer. But as we watch him rip people apart on the stand, Dr. Marie Russell is just holding her own, but he looks like a complete jerk. And wait till he gets Lucky Loughran up there. He messes with Lucky. I'm going to tell you, we'll be rioting in the streets. Lucky is one of the most decent, salt of the earth, blue collar, honest people there is out there that loves his job and he has respect for the job that he does. So for Hank to try to annihilate what Lucky does or confuse him is total bullshit.
And he's very sympathetic, this guy. And if Brennan does his Brennan act on him, it's going to backfire.
It's going to totally backfire. And I already think the jury already half hates Hank anyways, the way he's acting and, degrading people inside. He's just a jerk.
I just wonder, in his twisted brain there, and that's my objective finding as a non-healthcare professional, does he think that that's helping the case? Does he think that being, kind of a hard ass is somewhat helpful? Because it just on a fundamental level, it just comes off bad.
Well, I just think he knows this is a losing case and he's just at wit's ends and he's just going all out. I think that's why they hired him. He doesn't care. He's going to do whatever it takes to get it done, other than burying people, which, who knows about that? But, they got, I heard Officer Barrows entered the courtroom too. And what did everyone think of that Boston police officer yesterday, Deva?
She was very popular.
Oh my God, what an embarrassment to the Boston police officers. If you're watching this, she's a disgrace. She's a disgrace to your uniform. She was horrible on that stand. What disgusting. And I'd like someone to audit her too, because she's got a lot of cash.
Well, that's the problem. I'm not just a financial audit, a professional audit. Because somebody that has that many memories that are planted by others, what effect does that have on other cases she's been involved in?
Not only that, is what is she going to do when she's out on the street? If you're making life or death decisions in split seconds, and that's who is representing the Boston Police Department, she's disgusting. She's a disgust to the badge. She really needs to be looked at. I want to know why she got transferred so quick and gone over to the Boston Police Department.
Well, I could be sexist and chime in on why.
Yeah,
but I shouldn't. It's never stopped me before. I think there are some obvious reasons. That's all.
Well, you need women on the law enforcement. I understand that, but there's a lot better picks than her. She told one story to the FBI and now she's changing her story. That comes with repercussions.
You would hope.
Oh my God.
Take 3.
Repercussions.
Yes, you would hope. You would think, you would hope, but I'm not counting on it.
The world is watching this, and we need to hold the people that lie on the stand and perjure themselves. They need to be held accountable, big time, big time. I mean, everybody makes mistakes in life, but we're talking about intentional mistakes that you made in the death of a Boston police officer, Officer John O'Keefe.
And if there were intentional mistakes, I don't call those mistakes.
No, intentional wrongdoings.
All right. What's the plan for the rest of the day?
Drink vitamin water because I'm like, it's warm out here.
It really is. Say,
you can come into the shade with us after. And hi, everybody. Hi. Keep watching. Watch this channel. It's an awesome channel. Michael and Linda are really wonderful to let us boots on the ground. Come out. There's Linda.
Hey, Dina. I heard my name and I had to come running back.
Hold on.
Try that again.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Throwing you kisses too, huh? Hey, is that Scott back there?
Yeah, Scott's back here too. And we just want to thank you and Michael for giving us a voice somewhere too. We really appreciate the channels that do this and really come in here unbiased and let boots on the ground talk to you guys. And we appreciate that.
And as a matter of fact, we have a comment on that, Dina. Legal-minded friends, Karen Cole, and she's been feeding into us her stream. It's boots on the ground. It's great to hear what is going on from the view of being in the courtroom, but thanks for coming. Amazing coverage. They want the boots on the ground. They want to hear from people like you and Scott and those of you who are truly impacted there, because when this case ends, we leave, right? And then you're there trying to still make changes. And hopefully we've had some effect making changes, at least being a plaintiff in a lawsuit to try to help you guys advance your message.
And also everyone's got to remember when this trial ends, hopefully the changes will come, but keep us all in your minds, because a lot of us, me, Scott, I mean, there's a ton of us that put our faces out there fighting for this. And if you find us dead anywhere, please investigate fully.
Oh, we'll be there.
Yikes.
Maybe I can call up my husband if that happens.
Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Let me just say something before I go. June 12th, there is a Stronger Together rally at Michael Morrissey's office, where it's about just en route. Enrique Delgado Garcia, Sandra Birchburn, her unborn child, Karen Reed, Officer John O'Keefe. We are all gathering together as a movement, and we're going to protest out in front of Meatball Morrissey's office.
You got an official meeting there, do you?
Yeah, and there's gonna be speakers and everything. I've actually been asked to speak.
Yeah, what time is that?
2:00. So June 12th, 2:00.
Okay. That's coming up. That's in a week and a half. Yeah.
You better drive back up here for it.
I could be here anyway.
That'll be the 13th time that I've personally protested in front of Michael Morrissey's office. I can't wait.
You should have a parking space there.
Yeah.
Should.
And the 13th time Michael Bryant will have been up there.
That's right.
You're on 12 now. You're on 12 now. El Diablo donated to you, Michael. You guys are amazing, standing up for justice. Thank you all. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Scott, for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
He'll be around.